Welcome back to another of the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, and today we are going over Hyperion shotguns. Hyperion shotguns are your accurate shotguns, especially with a Hyperion barrel here. You can see very accurate. They have lower power, especially compared to Jacobs and Torg. I think they're still below Bandit damage-wise. Fire rate, I think they're one of the faster fire rate shotguns. The reload speeds aren't terrible. But they're mainly good for their accuracy and reverse recoil, as you can see here. You can really get those pellets on target quite easily. Now, there are three ones to go over. Some people are going to bring up the Heartbreaker. The Heartbreaker is not a legitimate shotgun, so I'm not going over it. So, first one is the Viral Marketer, which was a really big disappointment to a lot of people, and kind of rightfully so. The Viral Marketer kind of replaced the conference call in a way. It shared the same skin. And it's odd because a lot of people complained that too many guns were recycled in this game. We didn't get enough new guns. And this gun is new, but because it shared kind of a naming pattern and skin with the conference call, it was a pretty big letdown because the conference call is awesome. This gun really isn't. So I'm going to go over why it's not great. So first off, you have increased damage per pellet, but you have less pellets. You lose a little bit of accuracy, which, isn't the end of the world. But you gain bullet reflection or bouncing pellets, which isn't that cool. But the killer of it, it's corrosive locked. So you can see here compared to that. Now you can see those pellets bouncing, and that's why they didn't put a decal on the wall. Here they will, when they bounce. Now it's still pretty accurate there. You can see that's a good grouping. But the problem with this is vanilla game, while there was some corrosive bosses, there wasn't a whole lot of armored enemies. There was very, very little, which gave this gun not much to do. So what's cool is when I shoot that guy, the bullets do bounce and go towards other enemies. Now, if this came in all elements, it would have been really cool. But because it was corrosive locked and there's very few armored enemies in the game, it's kind of pointless. It is bouncing and getting them, so theoretically this gun could be pretty good. Now, the Claptrap DLC did have a lot of armored enemies, giving this gun kind of a second life. But then you still have a few drawbacks. So Athena she can boost this with Maelstrom, but she can't build stacks with it because she only builds stacks with fire and shock. Aurelia's got a few skills that don't work with corrosive either. So even some of your elemental characters don't like corrosive. Just really kind of bringing this gun down. But it has potential. I just don't know why they made it elemental locked. I think if this gun is not locked to element, it could be really good. Nisha could make really good use out of it with like Trick Shot, Unforgiven, because there where it hits and the bullet bounces to another enemy. When you add Trick Shot Unforgiven to that bounces a lot of pellets around, making it very effective. Unfortunately, once again, it's just kind of good on some bosses. So that is the Viral Marketer. So next we have a couple of guns here.
Which one of you will cause the most pain?
We've got the bullpup and the company man, and I debated even covering the bullpup because it's not necessarily legit, but it's kind of legit. You can no longer kind of glitch an endgame version of the bullpup, but it is a starter gun. You do get it. People do use it. So the bullpup here compared is an old Hyperion gun, as you see with the black skin. And when you compare it to its regular version, it's better in everything but damage. And fairly significantly. Better accuracy, better fire rate, better reload speed, and a much better magazine size. Now, if you compare it to a... There we go. On a new Hyperion, it doesn't quite have your accuracy, fire rate, and reload, but it does have more damage and, of course, a bigger mag. So it's kind of a split in between the old and the new with a giant magazine, which is a pretty good place to be. Because, the old Hyperion, Dave and I just did a video on those, kind of a good video looking at them. Old Hyperion has some issues. They all went for more damage, but kind of lower on everything else, which didn't really work that great with DPS. But old Hyperion is a little bit on the weak side, so the bullpup is in a really sweet spot. See, compared to the viral marketer there, a pretty good spread. You see, he's not putting out that Jacob's damage, but the fact that you can shoot so many times without having to reload. And that is... Oh, not 9. That's a legit 19 shots, because this is Hyperion barrel, single barrel. As you can see here, you get 19 shots out of that, which is a lot of shots out of a shotgun. Kind of like the Bulldog. Was that it? Bulldog in Borderlands 1? But yeah, over double the mag and everything else improved. It's just a damn good gun. Unfortunately, you can no longer get this at endgame. Now, the next one is also kind of a tough one because this is a shift code reward for playing Tales of the Borderlands. The Company Man here, which is your Reese gun, is a new Hyperion. I like the Atlas skin on it. That's pretty cool. Maybe spoiler alert for Borderlands 3 there a little bit. But comparing this to regular thinking, you have a slight damage increase, slight accuracy decrease, very slight there, but a much bigger magazine at 32, which is ridiculous. That actually blows away the 19 here. So actually compared to the Bullpup, the Company Man has got better all stats but less damage. Significantly though, the Bullpup's got a lot more damage there per pellet. So the Company Man here, see, that's pretty tight, pretty fast, and you can shoot for days with this gun. I don't know why I really want to buy ammo there, but it is lacking a little bit on the damage side. But very stable, and you can just throw bullets at enemies with this thing. So I don't know which one of these is really better. I think the Bullpup would probably win the DPS test because of that. Well, maybe not. I mean, that 32, that's the problem. Mags this big, they kind of break DPS. This also has somewhat of an upright firing pattern. You can kind of see this here. Compared to a regular Hyperion shotgun. Maybe not so much. I was told it had a more vertical fire pattern. This one is a little bit more round. Let's try the Bullpup one more time. Yeah, all the Hyperion guns kind of shoot like that. So yeah, that's what I get for reading the wiki. I often just kind of preview the wiki to see if there's anything I'm missing on the gun or any of that stuff, but I don't really like to trust it too much, and this was one that kind of lied. You know, it said it had a vertical firing pattern, but that just seems to be pretty consistent with these Hyperion shotguns in general, as long as they're accurate enough. You can see this one's the only one that wasn't, which was an old Hyperion, which has a lot less accuracy, but you could still, kind of was in a tighter, it just had a few more outliers than the other ones. So yeah, my problem here with the Hyperion guns is the viral marketer is kind of a fail, although it kind of got a second life with the DLC. And the company man and the bullpup are kind of the same guns. I know they're not the same, but the big bonus to both of them is a massive magazine and just kind of other increased stats. It's not that exciting to kind of have two guns that do the same thing. And I know they're both kind of weirdly locked too, because the bullpup obviously is the loyalty reward. You can only get it at the beginning of the game now since they patched that kind of exploit out. And then the company man's a shift reward, but it's the same thing. And all three of them are Hyperion barrel, which is also kind of boring. One of the cool things about shotguns, as I covered with Jacobs, is the way different barrels perform. It would have been cool to see a Jacobs barrel red text Hyperion shotgun, or a Torg barrel, or a Bandit barrel, but we have three I guess three red text guns here, and they're all Hyperion barrel, and two of them are barely different. And that's kind of disappointing, because Hyperion shotguns in Borderlands 2 were like the creme de la creme. I mean, you had the Interfacer, which was very interesting, and arguably the best shotgun in the game. You had the Conference Call, which was one of the top shotguns in the game. Before all the DLCs, a lot of people said it was the top shotgun in the game, be exploit or not. Then you have the Heartbreaker, which is fantastic. The Slow Hand was amazing. The Butcher was amazing. And you were loaded. And all those guns were very different. None of them were kind of occupied the same space. And in this game, they kind of occupy the same space. And it's a little disappointing. And that kind of goes to the larger problem with the pre-sequel that a lot of people complained about lacking guns. Not that it doesn't have a lot of guns. Any Borderlands game has a shitload of guns, but red text guns specifically, there's so many recycled ones, and then you go through, people coming from Borderlands 2 love their Hyperion shotguns. They love the Butcher, the Interfacer, the Conference Call. Then you come into this game, you're like, oh, viral marketer, boo. And people love the bullpup, but the bullpup isn't interesting, it's just good. And then the company man comes in, and people are like, yeah, cool, because the bullpup was patched out. Bullpup was patched out of the exploit, but then the company man's just kind of the same gun. And that's, I don't know, I think that's lame. So, I kind of give a thumbs down on Hyperion shotguns for red text. Not because they're bad, just because they're unimaginative. So I'm going to go bring these in to the Hyperion Hub of Heroism and test them. And, the testing will be more positive, because these guns are all good, but I'm a little down on this, to be honest. And I didn't really realize this going in as much as I did as I was testing these. So, kind of a fail at this point, especially compared to Borderlands 2, which, holy shit, Hyperion Shotguns was maybe the best red text category out of any gun type brand in all of Borderlands 2. To see it go from that to this is, not too encouraging. So, sorry about not being the most excited here, but it is what it is. And that's the point of this, is to kind of analyze and look at these and see where they went right or wrong. And I think here they went wrong by just not being creative enough with really cool shotguns. So, yep, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you later. Bye. I lied. I'm not quite gone. Part of this is me talking about what they should do to fix these. Now, these guns in particular, it's hard to say what to fix on them because none of them are bad, other than Viral Marketer, make it non-elemental locked. I covered that. But with the Bullpup and the Company Man, well, one, make the Bullpup farmable. Same thing with the Company Man with the shift rewards after a certain amount of time. But I would rather just remove one of these and bring in a different barrel shotgun. Maybe if the Company Man was Jacobs barreled, and God, I don't know. There's so many special effects you could do on it. Silver Linings is a cool effect that Aurelia has, and maybe build that into a shotgun. Watch my ammo disappear here. Where if you kill someone, you get a bullet added to the magazine. That's a different way of doing a large magazine without doing that, and it would maybe be Butcher-esque in a way. Because the Butcher had a way to add to the magazine without just increasing the magazine. That was cool. I wouldn't want them just to bring back like the conference call or the Heartbreaker or some of that stuff, because that's been done. But, some special effects that we've lost from Borderlands 1 was knockback on a shotgun. That could have been cool. Knockback on a Hyperion shotgun, although I'd rather see that on a Jacob shotgun. But, or just put it back on Sledge's shotgun. Doing a quad barrel would be cool. And you can do a lot of special effects with that, especially with your Hyperion accuracy. I wouldn't even mind a Striker-esque Hyperion shotgun with a Jacob's barrel, extreme accuracy, give it a critical hit bonus. That would be cool. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to come back and touch base on some of that stuff. So thanks once again for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.